Alright guys, let's talk beach boardwalks. The smell of salt air, the sound of crashing waves, the taste of funnel cake, and enough screaming children to make your ears ring. But there's something special about these places, you know? They're like time capsules of summer, full of memories and good vibes. We're diving deep into 10 historic boardwalks that have been holding it down for over a century. We're talking iconic landmarks, classic attractions, and enough history to fill a textbook. So grab your sunscreen, lace up your walking shoes, and get ready for a wild ride down memory lane. Let's go! First up, we're hitting up the OG of boardwalks, Atlantic City, New Jersey. This place is practically synonymous with the word boardwalk, and for good reason. Built in 1870, it's the oldest boardwalk in America, and it's been through it all. We're talking hurricanes, fires, economic booms, and busts, you name it. But through it all, the Atlantic City Boardwalk has endured, reinventing itself time and time again. Today, it's a mix of classic charm and modern attractions. You've got your classic arcades, saltwater taffy stands, and souvenir shops, all mixed in with high-end restaurants and luxury hotels. It's a place where history collides with the present, creating a truly unique experience. Trust me, there's no other place quite like it. Next stop, we're heading west to the Sunshine State, specifically Santa Cruz, California. This place is pure boardwalk magic, with a vintage charm that'll transport you back in time. And the star of the show? The Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, of course. This place has been entertaining families since 1907, and it shows no signs of slowing down. One of the things that makes this boardwalk so special is its commitment to preserving its history. We're talking classic rides, like the Giant Dipper roller coaster, which has been giving riders a thrill since 1924. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of simple, old-school fun. And the best part? It's still just as exhilarating as it was a century ago. Now, if roller coasters aren't your thing, don't worry. The Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has something for everyone. Take a spin on the Louvre Carousel, a beautifully preserved masterpiece that dates back to 1911. The craftsmanship is incredible, with hand-carved horses and intricate details that'll blow you away. It's like stepping into a work of art. But beyond the rides and attractions, the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk is just a great place to hang out. Grab some saltwater taffy, people watch on the beach, and soak up those California vibes. It's the perfect place to relax, unwind, and create some unforgettable memories. And that's what boardwalks are all about, right? Alright, we're hitting up another iconic boardwalk, one that practically invented iconic. Coney Island, New York. This place is like a time capsule of Americana with a gritty edge. You can practically smell the history here, mixed with cotton candy and salt air. We're talking about a place that's seen it all. From its early days as a playground for the wealthy to its transformation into a symbol of accessible entertainment, Coney Island has always been about pushing boundaries. And amidst all the flashing lights and screams from the rides, there's a real sense of community here. Generations of families have been coming to Coney Island, creating memories that last a lifetime. It's a place where you can let loose, be yourself, and experience the true spirit of New York City. You can't talk about Coney Island without mentioning the Wonder Wheel. This thing is massive, a Ferris wheel on steroids. The views from the top are insane, giving you a panorama of the entire boardwalk and the city skyline in the distance. And then there's the Cyclone. This wooden roller coaster is a legend, a true test of courage. It's been rattling bones and inducing screams since 1927, and the experience is just as raw and exhilarating today. But Coney Island is more than just rides. It's Nathan's famous hot dogs. It's the Mermaid Parade. It's the beach, the sand, the people. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. So if you're looking for a boardwalk experience that's loud, proud, and unforgettable, Coney Island is calling your name. Alright, let's switch gears a bit and head down to Ocean City, Maryland. This boardwalk is all about good, clean fun, the kind of place you bring the whole family for a classic beach vacation. We're talking miles of boardwalk, packed with arcades, souvenir shops, and enough food stalls to satisfy any craving. You've got your saltwater taffy, your Thrasher's fries, your caramel popcorn. It's a sugar rush waiting to happen. But what really sets Ocean City apart is its relaxed vibe. You won't find the same hustle and bustle as some of the other boardwalks on our list. It's all about slowing down, enjoying the simple things, and making memories with the people you love. Now, don't let the laid-back atmosphere fool you. Ocean City has its fair share of history, too. Check out the Life-Saving Station Museum. It's a fascinating look back at the brave souls who patrolled the coast, rescuing those lost at sea. And speaking of history, you can't miss the iconic Boardwalk tram. This thing has been chugging along since the 1960s, giving rides and becoming a symbol of Ocean City itself. Ocean City is a place where you can relive your childhood summers or create new traditions with your own family. It's a place where time seems to slow down, allowing you to savor every moment. So grab some ice cream, take a ride on the Ferris wheel, and breathe in that salty air. Ocean City is waiting. Okay, we're heading inland for this one, but trust me, it's worth the journey. We're talking about Navy Pier in Chicago, a place that's gone through a massive transformation over the years. This place was originally built as a cargo dock back in the early 1900s, a hub for shipping and industry. But over time, it's evolved into a full-blown entertainment destination, a shining example of urban revitalization. And when I say entertainment, I mean the whole package. We're talking theaters, restaurants, shops, gardens, you name it. Navy Pier has something for everyone, whether you're a local or just visiting the Windy City. Of course, no trip to Navy Pier is complete without a spin on the iconic Ferris wheel. This thing is massive, offering breathtaking views of the Chicago skyline and Lake Michigan. And if you're looking for something a little more family-friendly, be sure to check out the Chicago Children's Museum. It's packed with interactive exhibits that'll spark the imagination of kids and adults alike. But what I love most about Navy Pier is its energy. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of the city, a vibrant mix of locals and tourists all out to have a good time. So, if you find yourself in Chicago, do yourself a favor and spend a day at Navy Pier. It's an experience you won't soon forget. All right, we're heading back to the West Coast for this one, landing in sunny Santa Monica, California. You know, the place with the sunsets that look like they were designed by a 5-year-old hopped up on sugar? This pier, man, it's not just a pretty face. Built back in 1909, this place has seen it all. I'm talking Hollywood's golden age, surfers catching their first waves, and probably even a few marriage proposals gone hilariously wrong. And speaking of things that are classically beautiful, we gotta talk about the Ferris wheel. It's solar-powered, which is like peak California, right? But seriously, seeing that thing glowing against the Pacific sunset? It's like a postcard come to life. This whole place is buzzing with energy, you know? Street performers, artists, musicians, you name it. It's the kind of place where you come to people watch as much as you do to soak up the sun. Now, the Santa Monica Pier isn't just about the rides and the cotton candy, even though they do have some seriously good cotton candy. It's a cultural hub, a meeting point for locals and tourists alike. You can stroll down the pier, feel the salt spray on your face, and just get lost in the energy of it all. And let me tell you, that energy is infectious. You can't help but smile when you're here. Whether you're catching a movie at the historic Carousel Hippodrome or just grabbing a bite to eat with a view, the Santa Monica Pier has something for everyone. It's a place where memories are made, man. The kind of place you tell stories about years later like, remember that time at the Santa Monica Pier? Yeah, it's that kind of place. All right, next stop on our boardwalk adventure brings us to Mission Beach, San Diego. Picture this, miles of golden sand, the Pacific Ocean crashing against the shore, and a boardwalk that stretches as far as the eye can see. This place is the epitome of Southern California living. It's laid back, it's beautiful, and it has something for everyone. Whether you're a beach bum, an adrenaline junkie, or just looking for a good time, Mission Beach has got you covered. We're talking bike rentals, rollerblading, volleyball games, and of course, no trip to Mission Beach is complete without a ride on the Giant Dipper. This wooden roller coaster has been thrilling riders since 1925, and let me tell you, it's just as intense today as it was back then. The screams, the laughter, the way your stomach drops as you plummet down that first hill, it's an experience that's impossible to forget. But Mission Beach is more than just a beach and a roller coaster. It's a community. A place where locals and tourists come together to soak up the sun and enjoy the California lifestyle. You can grab a burrito from a beachside stand, sip a margarita with your toes in the sand, or just people watch to your heart's content. And let me tell you, the people watching here is top-notch. And then there's Belmont Park, an amusement park that's been a San Diego institution since 1925. We're talking classic arcade games, midway rides, and that iconic plunge pool where you can cool off and show off your best cannonball. Mission Beach is a place where you can truly escape, where you can leave your worries behind and just enjoy the moment. It's the kind of place that stays with you long after you've left. All right, get ready to step back in time because we're heading to the Wildwood Boardwalk in New Jersey. This place is like a time capsule of all things classic Americana. Think neon lights, the smell of saltwater taffy and popcorn, and the sounds of carnival music filling the air. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. Wildwood is famous for its doo-wop architecture, which is this super cool, futuristic style that was popular in the 1950s and 60s. Think bright colors, swooping lines, and buildings that look like they belong in a Jetsons cartoon. And the best part is, they've preserved it all perfectly. Walking down this boardwalk is like taking a trip back to the golden age of the Jersey Shore. Now, let's talk about the rides, because Wildwood has some of the best amusement piers on the East Coast. We're talking classic wooden roller coasters, spinning rides that'll leave you dizzy and disoriented, and enough carnival games to win that giant stuffed animal you've always wanted. And if you want a unique way to experience the boardwalk, hop on one of the iconic sightseer trams. These yellow trams have been rolling down the board since 1949, and they're the perfect way to see all the sights and sounds. Oh, and no trip to Wildwood is complete without indulging in some classic boardwalk treats. We're talking saltwater taffy, fudge, funnel cake, and pizza slices bigger than your head. Wildwood is a place where you can truly be a kid again, where you can forget about your worries and just enjoy the simple pleasures of cotton candy, roller coasters, and the smell of salt water in the air. All right, we're heading down south now to Virginia Beach, Virginia. This place is different, man. It's got this chill vibe, you know? Less about the crazy rides and more about just enjoying the beach, the ocean breeze, that good old southern hospitality. The Virginia Beach Boardwalk. It stretches for miles, man, right along the Atlantic. This isn't just some concrete path, though. They've got this cool bike path, separate from the walking path, so you can cruise along, catch some rays, maybe stop for some fresh seafood. And speaking of history, this place is steeped in it. You can practically feel the vibes of all the people who've strolled this boardwalk over the years. Families on vacation, young couples holding hands, surfers catching waves, it's all part of the fabric of Virginia Beach. But the real star of the show here, the one you can't miss, is King Neptune himself. This massive statue, 24 feet tall, stands guard over the boardwalk. He's like the guardian of good times, welcoming everyone to his sandy domain. Now, if you're lucky enough to be in Virginia Beach at the right time, you might catch the Neptune Festival. It's this huge celebration, a massive beach party, really, with music, sand sculptures, and a whole lot of good vibes. Think massive sandcastles, intricate and towering, built by artists from all over. You've got live music pumping through the air, the smell of saltwater taffy and funnel cake, kids laughing, seagulls squawking. It's sensory overload in the best way possible. But even without the festival, Virginia Beach is worth a visit. Rent a bike, feel the wind in your hair, grab an ice cream cone, and just soak it all in. This place is all about slowing down, enjoying the simple things, and connecting with that inner peace we all crave. It's a reminder that sometimes the best boardwalks aren't about the biggest thrills, but about the simple pleasures. Virginia Beach, man, it's a vibe, and you've got to experience it for yourself. Let's head up north to Delaware, to Rehoboth Beach. It's like stepping back in time, small-town charm that makes you want to stay forever. The boardwalk has heart. Wooden planks give it a classic feel. Forget big chain stores, mom-and-pop shops, saltwater taffy stands, handmade jewelry, and quirky souvenirs. Stepping back in time, echoes of laughter and stories of summers past. The air is filled with salt air, sunscreen, and waffle cones. The smell of summer and childhood memories. Let go of all your worries and be present. Funland is a family tradition. Classic rides make you feel like a kid again. Hand-painted horses on the carousel. Ferris wheel offers breathtaking views. Cheesy but charming thrills. Spend hours soaking up the atmosphere, creating memories that last a lifetime. Doll's Candyland is a sugar rush. Walls of candy, every flavor imaginable. Saltwater taffy, fudge, chocolates, gummy bears. You don't regret indulging. It's about the experience and nostalgia. Pure, unadulterated joy of indulging your sweet tooth. So there you have it, 10 historic boardwalks that'll transport you back in time. From the glitz and glam of Atlantic City to the small-town charm of Rehoboth Beach, these boardwalks offer a glimpse into the soul of America, a celebration of its love affair with the coast. We've ridden roller coasters, tasted saltwater taffy, felt the sand between our toes, and breathed in that salty air. We've explored amusement parks, marveled at sand sculptures, and maybe even caught a glimpse of King Neptune himself. But most importantly, we've experienced the magic of the boardwalk. That feeling of freedom, of escape, of pure, unadulterated joy. The boardwalk is more than just a place. It's a state of mind. It's a reminder to slow down, to appreciate the simple things, to reconnect with our inner child. So next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just need a break from reality, head to your nearest boardwalk. Take a walk, ride a ride, eat some junk food, and just let go. Trust me, you won't regret it. Peace out, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content.